Hi, happy Wednesday. It is it's 7:01. I was almost late. So, hey Trey, how are you? Tonight we're gonna do some readings and have some fun and maybe talk about some stuff. So if you've got anything you want to ask, if there's anything that's on your mind, or maybe just want a general reading, let me know. So today is April 10th, 2024, and spring has sprung, at least here. I'm in Florida, which is it's easier to have spring here than the rest of the planet. Trey, any message from the universe for you? I bet there is. Okay, what does the universe want Trey to know? It's getting hot there. Okay, you've got the Three of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm feeling a lot of activity. The Three of Wands, kind of looking over what you've accomplished, surveying what you have done, the successes that you've had, just looking over them, enjoying them. The Knight of Wands, which is the Knight of Passion. If you moving forward towards your passions, your creativity. And then the Knight of Pentacles, which is more along the lines of slow and steady, right? So if it's a grounding energy that helps to keep you tethered to the ground, right? Even though you're still doing the things that you want to do moving forward towards those things that you plan on doing. Do you have a lot that you're planning at this point in time? Are you looking to are you getting a new job? Do you have a new hobby that you're dealing with? Because this looks all very new and very like, let's get our ducks in a row. Let's not rush. It's not like the Knight of Swords where you're rushing in. We're saying, okay, yes, we're moving forward, and let's make sure that we've got it all settled, right? So, very on point. Okay, good. Glad to hear it. I love to hear when I'm on point. Thank you so much, Trey. Brian, hi. Will I see Amanda this year? Okay. Hey, Mina. Welcome. Okay. Will Brian see Amanda? I think so. I think that you're in a position where you're kind of in charge of this. And you might have to do some juggling to get things where you want them to be. But it looks like if you want to see Amanda, you certainly can. So I'm going to say yes. Okay. Mina, do you have a specific question, or are you just looking for a message from the universe? Got this, some stuff going on that's maybe a little sketchy. Hey, Pop Girl. Mina says, what are current feelings and thoughts of Fahad towards me? Okay. The Hierophant, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. Okay, so am I pronouncing that right? Fahad? Has kind of a traditional slant going on, where maybe a little more traditional than you like things. How does that relate to the Ten of Pentacles, which is really a happy family, a prosperity, an abundance card? And then the Hanged Man, this is This is interesting. So the hangman, I'm going to go ahead and say that this applies to you because that's what it feels like. And you kind of need to get out of your own way in order for things to move forward. This seems like you're kind of tied up in knots over it. Does that make sense to you? Okay, while we're waiting for Mina, let's see about Gina. Mina and Gina, unless I'm mispronouncing Mina. Um, Gina, are Jay and I telepathically communicating? I feel like he has pain in his heart and he wants us to be closer. Okay. Okay, so this shows me that there's really a whole lot of happiness. Do you have something to go on the idea that he has pain in his heart? Is that a feeling that you have? Or is that something he has expressed to you? Gina, you're starting to fall for him. Well, it's happy family, right? But something is kind of keeping you at bay, right? Um, Holding you back. Take that blindfold off. Don't be uh not fooled, but don't let the idea of having your blinders on be a thing, right? You want to so look at what's right in front of you, right? And then have the strength and compassion to move forward. Okay. So Gina says that she just feels it. Okay. All right. Well, that's valid. And you're starting to fall for him. Okay, we have the King of Swords, the World, and the Page of Pentacles. So, to have sovereignty over your thoughts and your words and your actions is what's going to help you to determine what it is that's actually going on here. The world is, I'm not really feeling that he has pain I mean, we all have pain in our heart, right? But I don't feel like this is affecting him right now. So maybe look at where you're coming from. Um, Learn about what it is that he's doing. Try to get into if you're looking forward to um, moving forward, making a deeper relationship. Does he even like you? I would say yes. I would say that there is an interest. I don't know. Does he know you well enough? You've been hurt so many times, you don't know how to open up to him. Then take it slow. Then definitely give it time to find its way. Mm. So you're held back by something, right? Not, I don't know what you mean by not really. It doesn't go in real time. So as I'm saying something, by the time you respond, I'm like six statements ahead of that. But I would say that he does like you. I would say that he's interested in getting to know you better or moving to another level, right? So I would say yes, he does like you. Um, and that getting to know what his thoughts are, getting to know why you feel like he has pain in his heart. Um, so that's where I would start, right? Does that resonate? Okay. Pop girl. What is Jay saying about me to those around him if he is? Didn't we cover this? Okay. So it looks like you're hurting your own feelings here. We've got the Three of Swords. You're overthinking this. You're hurting yourself more than he could, right? I think that you're overthinking, that you're kind of creating this situation where you feel like he's talking about you. And that, it really could be anything you want it to be. So I do think that if he is talking about you, if they are talking about you, it's not something that's going to hurt you. I think that your own thoughts and that cycle that you go on is hurting you more than anything else. Gina said there are others that don't like me for him. Well, that's their problem, right? So is he going to let that stop him? He might. He might. We're looking at a whole lot of traditional, powerful things. He might let that stop him. So I might go directly to the source, right? So, okay. I think we're up to Gemini Sun. If I missed your question, please post it again. Gemini Sun would love a general reading, what the universe wants you to know. I am also a Gemini Sun, by the way. It's almost our season, isn't it? Okay, so a general reading for Gemini Sun. Okay, so these are two of the same cards that came up for, I can't remember if it was Gina or Pop Girl, but so we have the Ace of Pentacles. If you've got something new, some new project that you want to get started, this is the time to do it. Again, are you hurting yourself? Are you thinking about things so much? Is it running around in your head, making you a little bit crazy? So that it's hard to sleep, it's hard to get things done. I would say get out of your head. Move forward with what it is that you want to create in your life, whether this could be financial, but it might just be, a grounding thing. It might be just something that you're looking to get started that may or may not be a financial income stream, right? How does one get out of their head? That's a really, really good question. I struggle with that almost every day. But I think that meditation is great for that. I would definitely start there. If I don't meditate during the day, I am all up in my head. So I'm really seeing that there's a lot in your head that's keeping you from moving forward. What is the bad habit? What is whether it's a thing or a person or even some sort of thing that you're doing that you shouldn't be doing, that's not good for you and you know it. Love those. That resonated. Thank you. Thank you so much, Gemini Sun, and happy birthday. Although it's a little early. Pop Girl, what is Jay saying about me to those around him? Didn't we go over that already? That okay. What is Jay saying about you if he is? I don't think it's anything bad. I think that you're looking at that maybe it doesn't matter if anybody if he's talking about you, right? This is not going to be popular, but this to me is just give it a rest. Just let it go for a little while. Put it on the back burner. Stop thinking about that so much and do what you're going to do. Don't worry so much about them. Creative arts. Why am I so stressed out at work? It's getting to my head. Seem to have a lot of things getting up into our heads. I have that myself this week. So, why are you so stressed out at work? I would say that you're not feeling like your creativity is valued or allowed to be expressed, that you're kind of stifled. And traditionally, that seems like that would be truth, right? That there's somebody or there's a feeling of just not being able to do what you need to do to make yourself feel fulfilled, right? And it's holding you back because you're letting it hold you back, right? Does that make sense to you? Does that resonate? So, what should you do about it, right? Go about your business. Do what you need to do. You know where you're good. You know where you're not good. Follow through on those things and leave whatever isn't working behind. You also feel like your coworker is coworkers or coworker is trying to get under your skin. I mean, they can only get as far under as we let them, right? So, is your coworker trying to get under your skin? So, I don't know if it's so much that they're trying to get under your skin, but they are getting under your skin. So, I would say, again, what we just said with the walk away, know what to hold and know what to let go of. You have this guy who's grounded and aware of what they need to do to create the situations that they're looking for. So I feel like if your coworker is trying to get under your skin, and I don't think that they're trying, but I think it's happening, is that you need to walk away from that situation, not leave the job, not never speak to the coworker again, but just kind of leave that to the side so that you can go about what it is that you need to do to get your job done, to be fulfilled in your work, and just kind of leave them to the wayside, right? Does that work? I'd also like to take a moment to ask that if you're enjoying this, give a like to the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to be notified when I go live. Creative Art says true. Thank you. Okay, great. I'm glad that that rings true for you. And we're all in charge. I mean, to some extent, we're all in charge of our own destiny. Yes, things happen that we have to deal with, that it's not always sunshine and rainbows, right? But in the end, we're going to be the ones who figure out how to make our own way, our own life, our own things, right? So, sure, go ahead. You can ask one more question, of course. I'd love to know where everybody is. If you feel like putting that in the chat, I'd love to hear about it. Can I get some love messages from O about his feelings and next actions? Okay. It's my dog scratching at the door. Just ignore her. Okay. This is big. This is, I think O's got a lot of stuff going on, and O is interested in you. First of all, we have the Magician. So I would say that O is all about having his tools in a row, about having everything that they need to get that job done, right? And then we have the King of Pentacles, which is could be O, right? Is O a grounded, kind of financially mature person who knows what they're doing and what they want? And then the Fool, which is a great big adventure. So I'm thinking that O is interested. That are you already in a relationship with O? No. Okay. Well, it looks like someone's about to try to be in a relationship. So it looks like they're interested. The Knight of Cups, which is, the he's in love with love kind of thing, which isn't always good, but it isn't always bad. It could be great for a relationship in that the person is moving forward. They're willing to be vulnerable. They're willing to open themselves up. And maybe they've gotten hurt pretty badly before and are not quite sure about how to go about getting into this new situation and moving away from the previous situation. So I would look at is O coming out of a relationship that they need some time to gather their thoughts about? Were they hurt by that? And even if they were, it feels to me like they have the tools that they need to move forward, if that's something that you're interested in as well. So I think that there are some next actions coming from O. Okay. Anything else from anyone? See, we have a couple of people here. You're very welcome, Creative Arts. I'm happy to see you again. Okay, so if there's no other questions, we kind of have last call here. Okay, then I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for being here. I do this every Wednesday at 7 o'clock Eastern. Love to see you here. Subscribe. Gina, hi again. You, what can I do for you? What are you looking for clarity on? It's very hot in this room. Why am I so sensitive to energy? Well, it might just be who you are, but I'm very sensitive to energy myself. The Queen of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. Okay, so this is who you are. This is it's I don't know that it's possible to change who you are, but there are things you can do about being so sensitive to the energy. You have really bad anxiety. Well, I would definitely go talk to my doctor about that as well. But besides that, you can grab yourself some black tourmaline, some crystals that work for you to protect you from the energy. I love black tourmaline from that. Pop girl, it's okay. I knew. um, so this is you, a wordy, energetic person who knows who she is, getting messages about what you can do with all of this anxiety. And there is anxiety. I can see this. There is definitely anxiety. Um, Again, I don't know who I said it to earlier, but if I don't meditate, I am open to all kinds of unwelcome energies. And I also I do I have crystals that I work with, and but I also talk to my doctor about it. I also am open to whatever medical things might help me. So, why are you so sensitive to energy? I think that's just who you are, and you have to learn to protect yourself from that energy. Okay? Oh, Ashley, hi, welcome. Go ahead and post your questions, sure. You're very welcome, Gina. Good luck. Let me know how it goes, okay? Ashley wants to know what's coming towards them in love. Okay. I think this is good. So we've got someone, the king isn't always a male, but it's someone with a more masculine kind of energy to them, but emotional, but in charge of those emotions, very mature about it, right? But able to be vulnerable and to open themselves up. Strength and compassion. I think in order to welcome these things into your life, you need to be compassionate, to have strength. And if it doesn't really feel like that just now, I would say work on that a little bit. And your thoughts and your words, be careful with them. Be aware of what you think and what you say, and how those words and those thoughts and those deeds affect the people around you. It's a lot of strong energy here, Ashley. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles, very grounded, which I think, when done well, is a great counterpart to the King of Cups. Like there's this love, this emotion, this watery, kind of dreamy feel to the Queen of Pentacles, grounded, knows where she's coming from, knows where she's going, right? And so I feel like you have a lot of choices coming your way that you choose which of these is what you're going to choose, right? So I think that that's what's coming towards you in love. Arisha, hi. Why is Otis ignoring me? That's not fun. Why is Otis ignoring you? Okay. We have the Knight of Cups, who's been coming up a lot tonight. Is Otis somebody you're romantically involved with or someone you want to be romantically involved with? This is a little confusing, this spread, because there's the 10 of Cups, which is happy family, happy situation. The Knight of Cups, which says this guy is in love with love and he wants to allow himself to be vulnerable. And then the Magician, which are you sure that Otis is ignoring you? Are you sure that's not something that you're concerned about? There's all these high energy cards that don't feel like someone's ignoring you. Right? Does that make sense? Ashley is single now and doesn't talk with anyone right now. Well, I have a feeling that you've got some choices coming, right? Guys never approach you. So I think I'd look at A, why that might be. Are you standoffish? Do you appear like you're not approachable? Or should you maybe approach them? I mean, the worst that could happen is they say, no, I'm not interested. That's the very worst that could happen. And you know what? That happens, right? Um, Ashley, you always put yourself out there. Okay. Maybe change up how you're putting yourself out there. Okay. Let me see if I can catch up here. Okay. Does he have someone else in his life? It was long distance. He had to he had to come in March, couldn't because of his injury. So it's a long distance relationship, and he was supposed to come in March, but he couldn't because he was injured. And now you think he's ignoring you? I would say he might not be worth the effort if this is how you're feeling about this. Yeah, put down what isn't yours to carry, right? I think he's ignoring you. He canceled plans. Does he have someone else in his life? I think that without even pulling any cards, I think that is a possibility. So I think you're being very generous in spirit and you're saying, okay, you're making it okay. Not quite making excuses for him, but um but there is a feeling of a coming together, a coupling that isn't going to make you happy. And if you're not even near each other and this is what's going through your mind, maybe it's not his injury canceled his plan. I get it. I understand. Um has he made you are the one who has to decide this, not it's your feelings are what matter most, not mine, right? So I would really look at it and why do you feel like he's ignoring you? Why do you feel like it's not really working, right? Ashley says American guys are not so open. Huh. That's interesting. Um, I wouldn't disagree with that. Um, Maybe find a person who you trust, who likes you, to help you find a possible relationship or at least a date. Go out on a couple of dates and see what happens. Is there anyone in your life that you can do that with? Orisha, if he was really excited about it for months, then there's your answer. If it was and he had to cancel because of his injury and it's really messed up his life and his plans, maybe he's not really ignoring you. Maybe you're being sensitive. Is that a possibility? Okay, so I don't think I'm getting a response on that one. So I'm going to call last call. And if there's anybody that's here that hasn't asked a question or hasn't been read, Pop Girl, can you see my question? Yeah, the what is Jay saying about me to those around him if he is? I think we answered that at the top of the hour, right? Unless there was another question. Hey, Debbie, of course you can have a reading. Pop Girl, if there was a different question, post it again, please. That's the only question I see, and I see that it's been a couple of times. I don't know why it's glitching like that. So, Debbie, do you have something specific you're curious about, or just a regular, oh, I'm looking for a new job. I'm a graphic designer. Do you think I will find one soon? Okay. Okay. So before we talk about whether or not you're going to find one soon, I would look at what you may or may not be doing that you need to change in order to be open for this new job. With the Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands. Okay. So, and the High Priestess. So the Queen of Pentacles, you're grounded, you know what you're doing, you know what you want, you have what you need to feel confident in what you're doing. And the Seven of Wands, this is a very competitive field, which you already know. So it's hard to get noticed in such a saturated field. But you have everything you need. You look deep. Go in and ask yourself, maybe meditate about what do I need to do? Where is the perfect job for me? What can I do to make myself ready for it, to be open for it? Yes, it's clear that you know what you're doing. That Queen of Pentacles came lying out. We've got the Queen of Swords, words, thoughts, and then the Knight of Wands, who's moving forward, but he's not galloping, right? So I'm thinking, have you done everything you need to do to prepare to be hired? That's what I would look at. Hone those skills. This card comes up for me so often. Hone those skills, see what it is that you need to do in order to be ready for that job, see if there's any habits that you have, go over that resume, make sure that I'm sure you are qualified. It's just such a saturated market that you have to do something to stand out, to just be a little bit higher than the rest of the crowd, right? And I would go through that. You have some obstacles, location problem, etc. So I'm looking for a remote job. Well, it seems like there's more of them than there were before. I mean, almost everybody I know is working remotely. Here's the Eight of Pentacles again, the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands again. So leave behind whatever isn't working for you. If there's something that's in your resume that isn't relevant anymore, isn't relevant to this particular job market, like update all of that. Hone the skills, which I know you're doing. Um, you're talking to a few recruiters and have an interview coming. That's great. That's terrific. So I would definitely just make sure that everything that you need for them to know to hire you is upfront on the resume, is something that you talk about as a talking point in your verbal interviews. So good luck with that. Let me know how it goes. Okay, G Star World. How does Tefan, am I pronouncing that right? How does Tefan feel about me and what is going to happen between us? You're very welcome, Debbie. Good luck. How does Tefan feel? Okay, these are Debbie's cards. Did I not shuffle? So we've got this Eight of Cups, walking away from what isn't serving you. I don't know if you're already in a relationship with Tefan. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, so forgive me if I'm not. And moving forward at a cautious pace, right? So I would say that there's stuff going on here that's more with you that are you clear as to what you want to happen between you and Tefan? So I think that Tefan looks at you as someone that they could be in a traditional relationship with, that you're open to your emotions, that you're not afraid of being vulnerable, that you own who you are and how you're feeling, and that there's a feeling of nostalgia that they feel when they think about you. So I would say it's worth a shot. I would say, moving forward, that I think that there's some possibility. I think that there's some trying to keep up with the that there's some possibility there on both sides, and not right now. You're not sure how you feel about it. You miss him, but you also met someone else. Well, I think. Oop, got a flyer. So there's a relationship. I'm not exactly sure, but is it the new person or is it this nostalgia keeps coming up? So I think that you have two choices. You have two choices. You can go back and see if what you have with Tefan is real, is worth moving forward on, or you can look at the new relationship, which is really interesting because it looks as if the gentleman in this card is looking out over his domain, right? But he's got this globe in his hands that's really what he's looking at. So is it what you've got right in front of you that I think. All right, which one is the best? Hi, that green vegan. Welcome to the channel. You won't reach out to him, he has to. Okay, well, that's your decision to make. Um, if they don't reach out, are you going to be okay with that? Something's holding you back. Is it the hope that he'll reach out to you? Because I don't, you will try. Okay, well, I think that you have two options ahead of you, and I think that the new one looks kind of interesting. Just saying. So I hope that resonated. Let me know how it goes. That green vegan, am I on the right path? I love that question. Okay. You're welcome, G Star World. Are you on the right path? I'm going to say yeah. I'm going to say watch the messages, watch what's coming at you. Don't get caught up in burdens that don't belong to you. Let yourself untwist from whatever thing that you think you have to be doing that you really don't. So I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say you're on the right path. You need to be careful about what you're hanging on to that's not yours to carry anymore. And watch those messages. Watch what's coming at you. But I'd say, yeah, I'd say you're on the right path. I hope that helps. Because I like being on the right path. So, okay, let's see. Anyone else? Anything else? Yay, happy tears. Things have been hard, but I feel it. You're very, very welcome. Sometimes it's really hard, right? But it looks to me like you're headed in the right direction. So I would just step into that, own it, and make sure that you're only carrying the things that belong to you. Kristen, hi there. Kristen Louise, how are you? Welcome to the channel. And if I could take a moment to say, if you're enjoying yourself, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, like the video. I've got my social media links and the opportunity to link to book your own session with me. So I'd love it if you check that out. Kristen, hope you are well. Oh, I'm very well. Thank you so much. Debbie just subscribed. Thank you so much. Kristen, did you ask a question yet? Do you want to, or are you just looking for something, a general reading, message from the universe kind of thing? General reading? Okay. What does the universe want Kristen Louise to know? Hey, you've got a big party coming up. Do you have a big party coming up? Is there a celebration, a gathering, a wedding, or a birthday party, or something that... Yes, this weekend. Awesome. Are you the Queen of Pentacles? Are you the grounded woman who knows what she wants? Or is this someone in your universe? Okay, so I think you're going in there with bells on. I think that you're going to enjoy this. You're going to be the hit. I think this Queen of Pentacles is you, but you're kind of flighty. Oh, that's not what it's looking like. Here's another party card. We've got this one. We've got this one. This is you riding in like, you're the shit. Right? And that maybe the Queen of Pentacles, is this someone that will be at the party? Is this like a maternal figure or someone you want to be the shit? We all want to be the shit. Is the Queen of Pentacles, if it's not you, is there someone who's going to be at this party who is kind of perhaps your friend Naomi? She's very grounded. Is she going to be at this party? Think rest before the party. Rest and hydrate. Yes. Okay, then that's her. Then I would lean on her if things get a little, strange or something happens that you weren't quite expecting. But I think I think you're going to be the shit. So have a great time at that party. You're very welcome. It's my pleasure. Okay, do we have anybody else? Anybody else have another question? Oh, I did miss something from Pop Girl. How do I snap out of this negative thought cycle about Jay? And trust that good things are happening. I think that you should kind of walk away from that in your head, right? Like give that a break. That this is a negative thought cycle, that that this isn't good for you. And balance those bad feelings with something good, right? Hey, love, give me a second. Go ahead and post your question and we will get to it. Maybe go do something that you used to love to do. I feel like you need to walk away from this Jay thing for a little bit. Maybe not forever, but just I feel like you get so caught up in this that it affects your peace, and you don't want it to affect your peace, right? You want to be you. You don't want to focus on this so much because it's clear it's hurting you, right? So you've been picking up more hobbies. Good. Go out. Get some friends together, or you go by yourself. Go to the movies. I think the key words are snap out of this negative thought cycle. And I think that putting it down for a little while is what is going to work for you, I think. Okay, love, will Ray contact me? Got a lot of burdens going on here. Oof. Okay, we've got the Ten of Wands, which has come up so many times tonight. You got to put it down. If it's not yours, put it down. If you know that Ray isn't what you need, put it down, right? Walk away from the situation. I mean, whether Ray contacts you or not, I don't think this is a very good situation for you. It doesn't feel like this makes you happy, right? Keep it close to the vest. Let yourself do you. Don't let something new in. I think it's possible that Ray is going to contact you, but I'm not so sure that you should pick up the phone. It's just what I think. So I don't know if that resonates, but I would give that a second thought. Okay, is there anybody else? I see there's a few people here, but I can't see who, so I don't know. Love, you're very welcome. Good luck. I wish you the best with that. Sometimes it's really hard to put down a person that you put all your hopes and dreams into, and then they're not exactly what they say they were, or things change, and that's hard. Okay, last call. I feel like I've said that more than once, but people keep coming in, so that's good. All right, so we're going to end this here then. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I love hanging out and doing this kind of thing. Every Wednesday night at 7 Eastern. Come on back. We'd love to see you. Good night, Kristen. It was good to meet you.